Hello everyone, this is Jessica Magic from the Crystal Lake Public Library, and today I will be showing you how to make a Yashizawa version 2 origami butterfly. So to complete this, all you will need is a standard sheet of origami paper. Mine is 15 by 15 centimeters. If you do not have origami paper at home, that's perfectly okay. You can make a square sheet of paper using really any kind. I would just recommend not tissue paper. So I'm going to take my square sheet of paper and flip it on its back side. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it in half. So I'm going to make sure that my edges are matched up. And then I'm going to crease it all the way across. And then I'm going to open up my paper. So I'm going to take this one, this leftmost edge, and fold it into this line that we just created. Making sure my corners are matched up, and then just fold across. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this edge, this rightmost edge, and fold it to the end of the paper that we just folded. So I'm going to fold it all the way up. Again, making sure my corners are nice and lined up. And then I'm going to fold it. And then I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to flip it this way on its side, and I'm going to take the rightmost edge and fold it in half so it meets the leftmost edge. So again, I make sure my corners are all nice and lined up, and then I fold it in half. So you should see this little crease towards the bottom of your rectangle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up and see along this line in the middle. It might be a little bit hard to see on mine. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better on yours. So I'm going to take this corner, this right bottom corner, and I'm going to fold it. And I want it folded right along this line. So we're going to match up this edge with this crease in the middle. So I like to keep my left pointer finger on this crease right here just to know where it's going to be turning. And then I'm going to make sure this line is all nice and matched up. And then I'm going to fold along this diagonal. And then we're going to do the same with the other side. Take the left bottom corner and I'm just going to fold it up. And then these edges at the top should match up. If they don't completely match up, again, that's perfectly fine. And then I'm just going to fold along this diagonal like before. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open it back up. So open up these triangle flaps, open up this bottom flap, and we're going to leave this top flap where it is. And then what we're going to do is see this diagonal line. It runs way up from this corner through the center and then down towards this corner. So what we want to do is we want to fold this almost triangle shape on top of this one. So fold it right along that diagonal line I just showed you. And I'm going to bring this upper corner down. And your paper should want to fold right along this diagonal because it's already been creased. But if it doesn't, we're just going to smooth that. And then open it again, and we're going to do the same along this diagonal. So I'm going to take this upper corner and fold it right along this diagonal. And then we're going to open it up one more time. And see this line in the center, it goes right, it intersects these two diagonals that we just folded along. So I'm going to take my paper up, and this, we actually want to come up like this. So I'm going to fold the two ends of my paper back, like it's trying to eat the table. And then I want to fold it right along that line I was just showing you. So right along this straight line, I'm going to crease it backwards like that. Then I'm going to open my paper up. And then your paper should automatically kind of want to start folding in like this. That's perfect, that's what we want. So it should fold along. So see, this flap comes down, so does this one. And then you're just going to keep pushing, push this triangle down, and then we're going to fold. So we're going to run our fingers along all these creases that we just made. So now that it's nice and clean and these edges are very crisp, what we're going to do is we're going to flip it around. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to turn 180 degrees because we want these little whitish bars at the top. If you have double colored paper, you might not be able to see it, so just make sure that the triangle is at the bottom and these two little rectangles are towards the top. So from here, I'm going to take this upper corner and I want to fold it down along this middle line. So I'm going to take the upper corner and make sure these edges are nice and lined up along the middle line. And then I'm going to fold along this diagonal right here. And then I'm going to do the same with the other side. So I take this upper corner and I fold it down along this middle line. Again, these corners at the bottom should match up. If they don't quite, that's perfectly okay. And then I'm going to fold it along this diagonal. And now from here, we're going to turn the paper around to the other side. And then see these little squares that we have? We want to go to these rectangles right next to them. And what we want to do is we want to take these upper corners and fold them back a little bit. So you don't want to go all the way. You don't want to make a diagonal line, say from the end of the triangle up. That's a little bit too much. We just want to fold them back a little bit. So I'm going to fold it back like that. I'm going to do the same with the other side. So I'm going to take this corner and then I'm going to fold it back. So now I'm going to take these corners and make sure, so these white corners, make sure you're grabbing all of the paper behind it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it along this line that we just made. So I'm going to bring it back as far as it can go without folding the paper too much. And then I'm going to crease it along that line. And then we're going to do the same with this side. So I'm going to grab this corner and then I'm going to crease it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom. So notice how when I grab this triangle towards the bottom, there are going to be these two little flaps underneath. You don't have to worry about those, just make sure you grab the triangle. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to hold these flaps down as I fold the triangle up. And I want to make sure that when I hold it, the triangle comes over where this point is. And then I'm going to crease this fold down here. And then I'm going to turn my butterfly around. And here's the tip of the triangle that we just folded. I want to grab that tip and fold it over to this side. So I'm going to fold it as far as I can without crinkling the wings. I'm going to fold it. And then I'm going to take this tip and just go up a very little bit. So you don't have to go all the way up to the top. You can if you want. So just fold it back a little bit. What we're going to do next is we're going to fold the wings back, and that's going to help your butterfly keep its shape and its nose in place. So I'm going to take the wings and I'm just going to start pressing them back a little bit, and it should want to fold right along the edge. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this top wing and we're going to fold a little diagonal, so kind of where the end of its little face is down to where this line is. That's kind of the end of the body of it. So I'm going to take this wing, I'm just going to fold it along a little diagonal. See where I did this diagonal? It's just right along there. And then we're going to flip it around and do the same with the other side. So I'm going to fold it like this. Fold it back just a little bit. And then turn it back around to the front. And this is the end of your butterfly. Congratulations! So now, if you want, you can decorate it. I like to decorate it myself. So I'm going to show you a couple designs that I've done over the years. These little butterflies, I think, make great cards because you can flip it around on back and then onto its back and then write tiny notes to people. That's what I do a lot. Or you can keep it plain just like this. It's up to you. Completely up to you. You can decide what you want to do. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.